Hello, my party people. Hello, it's Randy. I'm here today. It is the weekend. I'm a little behind. We are working on Bargain Bead Box still, Seafoam Sunrise. So when I first got this box, if you have seen our mini series, I got it right before I left for North Dakota, and then I had gotten some of it accomplished, and I got it, and I had an injury. I still have an injury, so I'm moving pretty slow on everything. So to be quite honest with you, I don't even know where we're at with this, but wherever we're at, that's where we'll be. So, okay, this one is completed. That was our knotting project. I remember that. Okay, this looks like our project. Here's another project. This one's broke. These are empty. Just trying to figure out where I'm at with my life. Some findings. Okay. All right. Okay. Here we go. So, to be quite honest, this is probably, I know I had said in the video when I made the plan video, like I had some general ideas about some stuff, but then that was a long time ago, and I don't know how I feel today. And also, I did away with the crystal beads. We were going to use the ones that they had said had an issue. So we're just going to start over. We're just going to see what we got here. We're going to use whatever we got here and figure it out. Okay. Oh, yeah. Okay. So, I will say that I do have two of these. Now, someone had mentioned to me, like, hey, why don't I glue them together and make one pendant? And to be quite honest with you, I'm not opposed to that. That's kind of a cute idea. Let's see about the glue budget here. I hope you guys can see me. I'm upstairs because I'm still unable to get down to my studio. And I don't have my other monitor hooked up. So hopefully you can see what's going on. I am going to also grab up a little smidge of wire here. I wish I had some... That's round. I was like, oh, you know, it'd be great for this, some half round wire. But I don't know that I have any of that. And so the next best option for me would probably be a small wire, maybe like this guy. This is a 24 gauge, so let me try that. Let me just try that. I have some bead soup here. Oh, something's falling. Something's rolling away. I got a few pearls. I don't know if this little guy will stay in there. Probably come flying out. Here's another pearl. That's kind of fun. All right, let's put that in there. Okay, so let me zoom in. I have no idea where this necklace is going, but for the time being, I'm just going to get rid of all of this, and we're going to work on the pendant. So my plan here is I'm going to take a little smidge of glue. This is E6000. I believe we have some on our website if you need a little smidge. I'm going to just go around the little edge here. Oh, Winter has found my missing bead. Oh no, that's Bunsen. Oh, it's Bunsen. Oh, are you going to bring that to Mom? Thank you, Bunsen. Bunsen is my bead cat. He's like, hey, did you lose this? So I'm just going around here. Boop, boop, boop. Try not to do too much with the glue. Then I'm also going to go with just the smidgiest of the Loctite. Just in a couple of areas, because this is for the immediate hold, because this doesn't really work on metal. Ooh. And just gonna hold that together and say a little prayer for the time being. All the snow plows are out, so we are we're also in the also, in addition to all those things I just told you, we're also in the middle of a great big snowstorm. So it's been snowing. We're supposed to get 17 inches of snow. We've talked about that. So I know there are some orders, but I did get a message from the post office that said they won't be. They probably delays. So things and stuff about that. Okay, so now I'm going to go with my wire. I'm just going to get a little smidge of this wire. And I think what I'll do is start down here at the bottom. I'm just going to find a way to get through here and start trying to wrap it. Okay. Get in there, you. And then, of course, this is going to be more of our actual hold. Versus the glue. The glue is just kind of a cautionary. So I'm just folding that over. I'm just kind of going whatever way I can here. This is a coated wire, which I kind of knew that might be a problem, but whatever. And it broke it. going to take off this first one, and we'll see how this is. I mean, obviously this is not going to be super wrapped like perfectly, more of an organic situation, but that's fine because I got stones. I just wanted to try it, and what better time than to try it than now? I'm not mad at it. Okay, so I think what I will do here is I'm just going to trim and bring this around. Tuck him into the pendant. Excess glue here. Get that off. Okay, now I'm going to do a spot up at the top, I think. Bunson's still playing with his bead. He's like, hey, this is a really fun bead. We love that for you, Bunsen. So I'm going to go up over the top of the loop, round. Maybe I'll go around twice for fun. I'm going to come back down this other side. Try to anyway. Go through there. Okay. Now it kind of has a look all of its own, which I am fine with. I dig that. Makes noise. Now you don't have to do this if you don't want to. Maybe this whole wire situation is not your gig. It's whatever. I just wanted to give it a whirl and see how I like it. I kind of like that it makes it look a little more kind of old, organic, I guess. And gives it kind of like a little more unique vibes, which I dig. Now, originally I had said that I wanted to do this guy as a front toggle. So that's this way. And then we have these beads here. And I do have a couple of extra of these matte. And I may sprinkle those in, maybe. I don't know if I want to do monochromatic or what I want to do. Let's just get these open and see how we feel about it. Bunson's having the best time. Uh-oh. Maybe he put it under the fridge. Oh, okay. So we got this. And we need some jump rings for that. I got some of these red bronze, well, I call them red bronze, vintage, antique copper, whatever you guys call it. I got some of these twisted vintage kinds, so I'm going to go ahead and use those to get my pendant hooked up here. Oh, danger! Okay. So I do think we should have a another little bead here. So I'm gonna wrap one up. I think I'll pick a crystal. Debating what color I would like. I think I'm gonna go with this kind of amber color. And I feel like I should have a little bit of metal of some kind. It's bronze. And some, oh, we do have some in here. I forgot about those. Okay. A couple of bead caps. Okay, we'll wrap this up. And I'll just go ahead and put him on here. Hi, Mr. Bunsen. What are you doing? Mr. Bunsen's like, why are you recording on Saturday? He's like, what is happening right now? Did you lose your bead, sir? I'm sorry to hear that. Since this is all wire wrappy, I'm going to just keep wrapping this all wild-like to give it the vibes I'm wanting. I have to trim. I don't know. It's part of my process. Doesn't matter how short it is. Okay, so that's what we're looking at so far. Now I do see we have a metal bead. I think I'm going to put him on there with a little snippet of this chain. Now I can't remember if this chain is stainless steel. Let me check so I don't mess up my cutters. Steel cable jewelry chain. It says steel, but not stainless steel. So, but still, for safety, we are going to go in with the good old junky cutter here. And I just think I just need just a few links. Of that. And I'm gonna, I think I'll go with this guy. And I think just metal. That seems good. So, my little piece of chain on there. Again with the messy wrap, all the extra Now this guy I will attach with another of these jump rings. Okay, so that's looking pretty okay. I mean, honestly, I kind of wish we might have had like a little charm, but I don't think we have anything. That's fine. I suppose I could dig one out if I wanted, but I don't really have anything in mind for that. But what I could do, because this chain is giving me a little bit of, because when it hangs, like sure, when it lays down, it's gonna look fine, right? It's like, oh yeah, that's really nice. But when you're wearing it, this is kind of blasé, if you will. So I think what I do is I'm going to add another crystal in the chain. I wish I had a smaller one, but I am going to add another. And I want to add a different one. I think I do. Nope. I'm not going to add a crystal. I wanted to, but it's too, the balance is off. So I'm just going to add another of these. Let me try this. Let me put one of these more copper toned. rope links and maybe a little bead on top because that's kind of got a larger hole. I don't know if one of these will fit. Probably not, but we'll give it a whirl. Oh yeah, it's gonna fit. Okay, cool. Put this back in there. Okay, so I got this. I'm gonna go ahead and wrap this right on. So I'm gonna wrap it on the chain, but I think on this first loop. Yeah. So if I can get that on there. Again, messy loop situation. Yeah, I kind of dig that. Are you giving me, is this like, I'm getting gravity involved to see, it wants to hang in the back. So I'm like, okay, is that what you want to do? It is. Let me try a thing here. So what I'm going to do is this one I have the chain on that it's kind of swinging towards the back of the pendant. I mean, which is fine. When you have it on, you know, there's going to be neck here, so it's going to push it out. But just for funsies, let me put a spacer on there. If I can get this open wide enough. Okay. I feel like that is not helping. But it does look cute, so I'm gonna leave it. I was hoping that it would, you know, kind of make it like this and kind of give it more of a front facing. And I mean, I guess it doesn't, but it looks cute, so I'm gonna keep it on there. So there we go. So that's our pendant. So we got that part figured out. We're doing good. Hope you guys can see. Now, I was going to do a stringing situation, but now I have this chain and I've got a lot of metal going on and I'm kind of feeling this chain. So I think I'll do, you know, let's see. I'm going to cut some links. I'm just going to cut randomly. You guys have seen me do this a million times. But I'm just going to cut randomly on these chain pieces, different sizes. I am going to attempt to make, what is this? Kind of pokey. I am going to make them a little bit smaller. A few of them a little bit smaller, some even with only a few links. And we'll just start with that. Woo! Danger! Ugh, steel chain. Come on, you. Boy. Okay, we'll start with these and see where we end up. I'm obviously going to need more bits of chain, but for the time being, I'm just going to use these because, ugh. All right. Now, here's where we got to think about how much chain versus how much beads we want. So, where's my wire? I do have this wire, which is the same wire that I used over here. We also have a couple of options. So you have these eye pins. They've sent eye pins. You could use those to put beads on and link your chain together, whatever you want to do. I think that I'm going to, of course, gonna go with this copper 22. I might do a few in this color as well, just because I have it on my pendant. So let's just start doing a little wrapping here. Okay, so if you haven't done this before, what you're going to do is you're going to take your wire and you are going to create a number 7. Okay, 7, boop. Okay, just like that. And then you're going to fold this over the top. You're going to let go of pressure. You're going to spin your plier to the top. Come around to the side. And you're going to create a loop, like so. Now, we're going to be putting things in our loop, so we got to open it a little bit. And we're going to add our chain. So now what I do is I come in with the chain nose and I hold on to the loop of the wire so that it holds its shape. And I'm just going to wrap. Now, we kind of got a messy wrap situation on all these other ones, so I'm kind of doing that here as well. So I'm not concerned about it. And tuck that in. So now I'm ready for my first bead. So I think I will do a stone with, we can't forget that we got this metal up here, and a few of these beads as well. Okay. So here's the deal. You could put one bead and you could wrap it up and you can add another piece of chain or not. You could add multiple beads, and we're going to do all of those things because that's how I roll. So I'm going to then create another, basically number 7, up over the top. Now on this one, I'm going to add another wire wrapped bead. So I'm not going to put the chain in. Instead, I'm going to wrap this around like this. Okay, and then I'm just going to messy wrap it. Use a little extra wire, which is why I have this super long piece of wire. But I will also be utilizing it for another link, right? So here we go. So this is the beginning of our chain. Now, many of you have seen me do this. I'm trying to see if you guys can see it. Oh, it's off the camera. Many of you may have seen me do this like a million times, right? It's nothing new. This is just, I think, going to be really fun for this necklace, though, just because of all the metal that we got going on. Of course, it's orange. I love orange. So we're going to go again. So now this time, I create this loop. I'm going to attach to this one. And I'm going to wrap. A little bit of messy wrapping. When I say messy wrapping, this just means I'm kind of going up and down. I'm not just wrapping down and making sure that they're in line. I'm kind of wrapping over the top of one another. You don't have to do that. You do what you want. Whatever makes you happy. Now here, I'm going to do, I think, a crystal. I'll do a clear crystal. And I'm going to wrap. I think I will add another set of beads here, so I'm just going to go ahead and finish this one. Okay. Now maybe here's where I'll put one of my different colored wires, right? So this is a 24 gauge wire. So I think what I'll do is I'm going to start it out. I'm going to go around twice. A little stability like so. So I just wrapped it around there 2 times. Okay. And I'm going to go ahead and just wrap this excess around. And I'll do, put a little metal, maybe just one metal. Yeah, do one metal. And then I'm going to wrap this. Now here's the thing. Before I go around this one twice, I'm going to have to put the chain in. Get that back there. Open it up. Create another loop. Okay, and then I gotta also go through this loop ever so carefully. To get me 2. Make sure they're all looking the same, and then wrap it up. Okay, and maybe I'll do one more, going back to the copper. I just wanted to make sure I get that one in there so it matches, kind of brings everything together. Alright, and then right here, I don't necessarily want to do another stone, so maybe I'll do a crystal. And maybe a couple of these guys. Or one of these guys. I'll do one. And then I might need another one of these just little baby blue ones to put on top of there. Oh. Yeah, that looks cute. And I think on here, I will attach a piece of chain. Okay, so before I close it up, I'm going to attach a little piece of chain. Let me do a small piece. Let me do a really small piece. So I mean, obviously, if you guys have been around here for a while, you know, I really like to do these where there's like no real plan. Most of everything that I do is there's like no real plan. But like, I like to see the organicness of it come together and like just whatever I feel with the beads, and do I put chain or do I put this? And it's really fun for me. I like that kind of thing. Like right here, I'm feeling like, you know, I kind of want to put one of these here. You know, and it's like, whatever, I can do that. And so that's making it super fun for me. I'm going to use a, I don't think I need that big of a jump ring. Can I do it with a small jump ring? Let me see if I can. And that's kind of the pull for me, is like, can this be done? Can this puzzle be figured out? Is this going to go together? Like, is it going to work? That kind of thing. But really, I just like to have fun. I'm just like, this is fun. So I'm going to attach this to the chain. I'm going to attach this guy. See if he'll fit on there. Hope he does. On the small one, because that would be perfect. We'll see how it goes. Okay. Yeah, I might have to use a larger one. Dang. Meow. Mr. Bunsen, did you lose your bead? Yeah. Do you want another one? Yeah. Here's a nice plastic one. He says, Mama, this one is a rondelle and it doesn't roll as good as a round bead. Oh, that's funny. He's getting it. He's like, a round bead would have been better, but okay. Ooh. Maybe I try one of our vintages. Maybe that'll work good. I don't know if it's going to be big enough. I wanted to do a double where like you put So it kind of looks like crisscross applesauce, but now this one's kind of thick. Whatever. I'll wire wrap into it. It's fine. We'll just wire wrap it. Now we've created a little razzle dazzle, a little something different, you know, a little point of interest. So I think here I'll put a bead, maybe I'll put another stone bead. And then I think I'll put a spacer and a crystal. So now here I'm putting 3 beads on one piece of wire, or I'm sorry, 2, well technically 3, but 2 with a spacer. And I'm going to leave a little bit of space, and I'm going to put on a piece of chain here, because that's how I feel about it. So now I'm gonna start thinking like, okay, where do I want this chain to go? Do I want it to be more down here? Do I want this to be more separated? It's kind of cute. With more of like a longer piece before you get to the pendant. I think I'll do that. I would like to put one crystal. I don't know if you guys can even see this. Can you see this? Oh. I would like to put one crystal here to connect the 2 of these. Although I will connect with this jump ring onto here. Hey, Miss Benton. Just because this is going to be the clasp, and I want it to be have kind of a hinge situation. You know me, I love a hinge. I'm just gonna put that up there. Maybe I'll put a little, no. I was gonna say, oh, I could put a little chain on there, but yeah, it's fine. Okay, so just wire wrap onto that guy. Make sure I get this tail tucked in. Okay. I'm just going to put on the one. This one I really gave it a long neck because I want it to really show off all the messy wire wrap because it's going to be kind of in the focal portion. Hope you guys can see. So there we go. Okay. So we're doing pretty good here. So this is going to be our front toggle, and this is going to need to go through there, right, and attach on over here. So I think I'm going to put this part chain and start the crystal after the chain. I want to give it enough where they have enough to maneuver through all this business. So I'm going to use smaller jump ring, I think. Let me see. I don't want it to be too cumbersome. I'll try it with this just because all the ones in the front are this, but I might have to use just a smaller one, but let me try it. Vaguely the same. Just don't want it to be too cumbersome, but I don't think it will be. It's quite a lot of space there. Okay. So I think the first one that I do right here, I'm going to do a stone since I have a crystal on this side. Again, I'm going to give this one kind of a long neck situation. Longer than I normally would, I guess I should say. Okay, little tail. There we go. Okay, and then the larger stones is all going to be right in front, so I'm gonna try to pick a nice one, or one that has an interesting, like this one has kind of an interesting pattern. So I'm gonna pick this one. Yeah, I think I do got to put a little metal there. Maybe just on the bottom. May as may as well do the whole thing. Okay. Now, this guy, I'm going to go ahead and finish him because I'm going to go ahead and do some more stones. Not as many stones, really, as before that we did on the other side. But how this is coming together is... make this look a little more messy. How this is coming together basically is that we, on this side, we have chain here, right? Now over here we have a little bit of chain, but this is just for functionality basically. Okay, and as you can see, we're kind of really getting into this asymmetrical type situation. So more of the beads are at the top on this side, right? And so here I want to make sure that since this is blank, I'm going to have a couple of beads here, probably like 3, and then maybe more into just chain on this side. And also I might hang a few of these little teals, maybe wrap those up and boop 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 to give it a little bit of something. But I like the way we're going so far. Let me see how long this portion is. And I have to take a little break because my knee is starting to hurt, so I gotta get up and, oh, sorry, move around. As of right now, we have 18 inches on the chain, not that is including the clasp, because the clasp is down here, which is great because that's what we want. So we'll just have to, I mean, you could do more. Maybe I'll do 20 since it's, you know, maybe 19, maybe just a little more to give it a little bit since this is not adjustable. But yeah, so we'll be working our way up to the top now. So I'm thinking maybe like bead, bead, and then chain, 1 bead, less beads on over here, you know what I mean? More so down here to fill up this space, this asymmetrical situation, and then more chain. Actually, I should do a stone over here. Looks like I might have to cut a few more pieces. Well, maybe not. You get a lot of extra length when you do it this way. So we'll start with that after I come back. You guys won't know because whatever, but I have to take a little bit of a break. So I'll be back in a few minutes. All right, party people, I had a little break, so I am back to finish wear wrapping these up. Zoom in a little bit. Alrighty. Take this off of here so it's not being so crazy. Excuse me. It's still snowing outside here in Minnesota, and I think that it is supposed to start raining here pretty soon, which will be Really not great. Whew. Okay. For this one, for this one, ooh, dropped it. I think I'll add a spacer and one of these guys. And then I think I will go ahead and add some chain. Add a couple on this one. Because why not? I think I need one more little smidge of chain cut. Oh, wait, here's one. All right. I'll just do one bead here. Oh, I do have 2 bead caps, so I think I'll do a crystal. Let's see. I've got like an amber colored. I have 2 of these color, 2 of these color, 2 of these color, which leaves me with a white. Yeah. That worked out perfect. All right, now let me see where I'm at with this. I'm lining up the jump rings down here. Okay, so this one is a couple links longer, but this should be like 18 inches. But like I said, I'll probably make it about 20. So I'm gonna go to where this starts. Ooh, pull that off. Yeah, so it's about right now. I'll trim that off. So we got about 18 and a half. It's 19. So I'm going to trim these off, these 2 links. And then I'll use one more bead to connect these 2 together. Now, you don't have to trim them so they're the same length, but I just want it to be about 20 inches. So that's what I'm going to do. I'll just do that on this side. And then what bead do I want to use? I've got 1, 2, 1, 2, so I think I'll use a stone. Maybe I'll use this dark one. I do have some bead caps, so I will cap it. Just like that, and then I will connect this side. On here. messy wrapping it up. Oop. Alrighty. So now you guys probably can't see everything. Okay, so now you can kind of see the whole thing. So now here we are with this. Actually kind of like it like this. I was going to add a few of these dangling down. Well, I could add one, I guess. Let's do like 3. I was gonna do a little more excessively, but just for fun, we'll add just a smidgen of a little bit of razzle dazzle here. And I think I'll just put those right into the chain. I'm not going to do it too close down here because I don't want it to get hung up when it goes through the toggle. If it has to, I should say. Okay. Yeah, that's pretty cute. Then I'll do I want to do one of these numbers. I'll put this one. Put this one kind of in the middle here. I think that'll be the last one. Okay, so here's what we end up with. Let me back up and see if everything's in the frame here. Yeah. I'm going to zoom in just a little bit so you can see the little razzle-dazzlies. Yeah, I think those turned out cute. So, and then I'll give you the full length on everything here. Ended up being 19. So there we go. I dig it. So we're going to call this, I think, project number 2. I don't know. I don't even know at this point. Watch out, Winter. We're going to call this project number 2. I'm quite happy with it. I really do like how it turned out. This is not necessarily what I had in mind when I started with the original plan, but here we are. I dig it. I think it looks really cool. So, there we go. I hope you guys are enjoying these videos. If you are, please make sure to give them a like and make a comment. That's really helpful for the channel. We do have another video coming, so I'll have to start working on that one. I know we wanted to do some earrings and some other things, so there you go. I hope you guys are having a lovely, spectacular, amazing beading day, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye.